I was 27 years old, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and one of the hardest things for me was keeping people updated on what was going on. I met someone named Lori who was diagnosed with brain cancer at the age of 33. She died when she was 35 years old, but when she was diagnosed, her friends who owned a web development company created this amazing website for her. Lori's mom afterwards called it her lifeline. Her website was her lifeline. I just felt that every cancer patient needed to have a way to easily organize their own friends and family around them.
It's the surgeon, he says, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but it's breast cancer and it's really aggressive. And so within 1 week, I had a mastectomy, I had a tram flap reconstruction, and I was sitting in the hospital, and my daughter wouldn't hug me or look at me while I was there, and it was just the most horrible experience. It was 2 years later that I found a lump right here, right near my collarbone. And I just had this sinking feeling. Like I've only ever felt one lump that felt exactly like this before. I had cancer in my liver, my lungs, and my rib, and then my femur, and then all of my spine. And so if you look me up on MyLifeLine.org, you will see my story starts at the point when I found out, shortly after I found out that I was stage 4. And I just started writing a little bit every week. And what I found was that it was everything my friends and family and supporters had been needing to know really where I was emotionally and mentally and physically. And it really helped them be a better resource to me throughout all of my treatment and my journey.
The goal of MyLifeLine.org is to make sure that every cancer patient and their caregivers have access to a free website in order to easily communicate during the treatment process.
MyLifeLine.org was probably my main tool for communication to my family and to my friends. After I came back from radiation or after I came back from chemo, if I just wanted to sleep that day, I could just sleep. And in the middle of the night, which is when everybody's asleep, and I would wake up, and when I felt the most alone is when I could go to MyLifeLine.org and start just writing about what my day was like. You know, that was my medicine. It wasn't chemo, it wasn't radiation, it wasn't all the anti-nausea medications that they gave me, and it wasn't any of that. The website is what got me through all of that.
Well, MyLifeLine.org is the only nonprofit organization that provides free websites to cancer patients only. The features that members automatically get are the different pages, and they each have a purpose on the website. There's the Connecting Updates page, Inspiring Messages, Learning Links, Helping Calendar, Giving Angels, Inspirational Quotes, and Laughing Medicine.
The website has so many wonderful features, and I think one great thing is the education that it can provide. Patients who have perhaps an unusual diagnosis, where friends and family can't even say the word, spell it, or even know how to learn about someone's diagnosis, can link to an organization or an educational source that tells them about what the disease process is and what the treatment might be.
On MyLifeLine.org, there is a calendar that you could use to help you when you have family nearby and they want to help you maybe babysit or help me give me a ride to the oncologist.
It's a great benefit to them, and it's very nice that this is offered to them at no cost to the patient or the family who's participating in the website at MyLifeLine.org.
I was absolutely exhausted, so to have something that we could just write one message to everyone and everyone would get the same story and have the same information, that was really a load off of our to-do list, not having to call so many different people. And
it was really useful for me to just be able to sit down and write and get all that stuff off my chest.
If you're looking for something that is really going to benefit your patient, this is it.
As a medical oncologist now for more than 20 years, I've learned how important it is that patients do have the support of their friends and family through treatment. Research has shown that their outcomes are better, their ability to stay through treatment, which gives them the best chance of recovery, are best when they're supported by friends and family. In our setting, we often have a chemotherapy teaching session between our oncology nurses in the outpatient setting with a patient and caregiver. And just as they're learning the details of the medicines they're about to be on, their treatment dates, their effects and their side effects, they really start to become overwhelmed with, oh my goodness, how am I going to get through this, and how am I going to let everyone know about this? And I think this is the perfect time for a patient to learn about the MyLifeLine.org webpage.
There's so much of cancer that you can't do anything about. You know, you can't control getting it, you can't control what treatment you're going to need, how your body's going to respond to the chemo. You know, a lot of cancer happens to you, and MyLifeLine.org is something that you can control.
MyLifeLine.org absolutely helped me heal. It's just a website, but it's not just a website. It's so much more, so much more.